I'm a bi guy, and recently I went to a gay bar with a straight girlfriend of mine. While we were there, I casually touched a stranger's pec and complimented his physique. He seemed fine with it, but my girlfriend said it was offensive and the same as touching a woman's ass in the same circumstance. But I think guys are different, so here's my question. Do gay men mind being touched by strangers in bars?
You're going to get me in trouble with this question, but let me try to answer it as best I can. So first there's a sort of PC answer, and that is to say pretty obviously that you should not be touching people without their consent. This is something that it's true across the board, men, women, any gender.
What do? I put my hand like this. Oh, you fucking touch me. That bothers me.
You really want to be having an agreement and understanding of what physical contact is going to look like, especially in public with strangers, before you begin to participate in that. Of course, bars, gay bars, any bars are for flirting, and so flirting is perfectly appropriate, but touching does take it to another level, and so you should, in general, I think, sort of avoid doing that without a clear understanding of consent before it happens.
Don't touch me. Nobody touches me.
Another thing that you should think about in asking this question is that you are kind of playing into certain stereotypes about men and gay men in particular with regard to them being more sexually aggressive or more sexually open or promiscuous. So, you know, when thinking through this question, you should really reflect on where that expectation or that assumption is coming from and think about whether it's a little bit problematic.
Now it gets real.
And now that we've gotten the sort of PC answer out of the way, we can talk about real-world experience. I have been in gay bars in cities all over the world, and I would tend to agree with you that there is a certain amount of openness to this kind of touching, on average, perhaps, more among gay men than in other spaces.
What's your name?
The problem with acting based on that is that you don't know where the line always is between, you know, a friendly pat on the shoulder or like sort of peck squeeze, which is a strange thing, but the sort of rules of an etiquette of a space are going to depend on the clientele, what kind of bar it is, what those expectations are.
You a police officer? Wow, this is precinct 9. You got the wrong attitude. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Also, let's be honest here, some of this is going to depend on the attractiveness of the guy doing the touching.
He's so hot, I would let him degrade me.
That's a totally subjective thing, but let's be real, like sometimes you might have no problem with some guy coming up and touching you, other times you might really not like it because you're not attracted to the person.
Hands off.
Yeah.
Out of bounds.
Yeah.
Look, but don't touch.
What do you mean by look?
And so when thinking through all these issues, again, I think we have to come to the conclusion that it's better to err on the side of not touching people, especially strangers. Do it at your own risk, see what happens, maybe it'll work out for you. For me, I think I have to sort of end up in a place of saying, don't be squeezing people's pecs randomly in passing.